Are you ready for the up and coming season? Live clearly, ready.
Welcome to the Clearly Ready channel. I have a question. Are you ready? Are you clearly ready? Well, let's leap into the episode. Today, we're going to talk about taking mental health leaps. Taking mental health leaps. This was not the original episode I had planned for today. But after connecting with family and friends and just hearing repeatedly that a lot of people were in some mental health spaces, I talked with people who were at mental health low spaces, mental health high spaces, and I even connected with a couple of friends that were at mental shutdown spaces. So I want to start with the mental shutdown spaces because we can just kind of break into it with that. When you're at a mental shutdown space, you're in a place where you just disconnect from the world. I know that a lot of us are quarantining, staying home, safer at home, and just kind of isolating ourselves. But you can isolate and still be connected because you can do Zooms and virtual calls and emails and texts and things like that. But when you're on a ledge or when you're in a mental health shutdown space, you just shut down totally. So I had a friend that was in a mental health shutdown space. I had texted her, called her, and was getting no response. So I did what I do when I have family and friends that are in a mental health shutdown space. I text and I said, hey girl, if you don't text me back with a thumbs up or, give me a call, I'm sending the police and fire department to your house. And I'm going to tell them I have a friend and I'm concerned about her because I think she may be hurt or in danger. And I do it to kind of get a response, and I get a response every single time. Anytime I do that with family and friends, I get a thumbs up or I'll get a call or I'll get a text back, hey girl, I'm sorry, and they'll explain it. Or sometimes they just text back and say, hey girl, I'm good. So what that does is that just puts them at the front of the queue of checking in on. So, I'll just continue to check in and make sure that she really is good. Because when you are at a mental health shutdown point, you must leap from that space. You don't want to get stuck in that space because a lot of times it is in that mental shutdown space that people decide to just check out. They feel like they're just tired of it all and they just want to check out of life. So it's very, very important to make sure that you check in on your friends, and if you're not reaching someone, then send them a text and let them know, hey, I'm gonna send a fire department or I'm gonna send somebody there to check in on you. Sometimes it's not as drastic as threatening with the fire department, but maybe there's another friend or someone else that in the area that you can send to do a drive-by or just check in on that person. Because in the current climate, there are so many people that are suffering in silence. Even with all the awareness made to mental health, there are people that are suffering in silence. It takes a village, guys. So it's up to each one of us to check in on friends and families and to be there to encourage them and to support them and to cheer them through the mental health leaps that they may need to take, be it from a total shutdown or be it from a mental high. A mental high is where you've maybe had 1, 2, 3, 4 too many of those 5-hour energy drinks or those cappuccinos or just your endorphins released and you're just in a state of mania and you're just running around doing all sorts of things all at one point. Our bodies were not made for that. We have to leap out of that. You can't stay stuck in that, because those mental highs will take you to the next mental leap that I want to talk about, and that is a mental low, because you can only stay high and run around for so long, and then eventually you crash and burn and you get into a mental low state. In those mental low states, you're sad, you're just heavy, you're just kind of in a dark place, and you may say, hey, that leap sounds similar to the shutdown leap. The difference there is, in your sadness, in your heaviness, you still connect with people, but you connect from a really sad place. So it's important that, we be aware of that place and leap out of it. For instance, many years ago, when I first moved to California as a travel nurse, I worked nights. And I worked and I came home and slept. I came home and slept and ate. And I just got into this routine and this rut where I was just in this dark space without even knowing. I was depressed when I was home alone. I was sad. But what I did is I would go to work and feel like, oh, I'm okay, because I could function at work. But really, I was just functioning in depression. And there's a lot of people right now that's functioning in depression. I encourage you to find your way to leap out of that, because it's not a good space to be in. It's one space right ahead of that shutdown that we talked about, and you just don't want to get to that shutdown space. So be it letting in light, be it dancing, be it taking walks, be it going to the ocean, whatever you need to do to leap out of that mental low space. I encourage you to do that. Connect with people. Connect with people that make you smile, that make you laugh. Watch some comedy. Get up and walk around. Take some walks. Call people and talk to people. Encourage people. Motivate others. That'll pull you up. That'll make you leap. That'll make you take the leap out of the place that you are in, whether it's a mental high, a mental low, or a mental shutdown. It is important to take mental leaps. And the first step in doing that is to allow people in. Connect with those that you feel are safe to speak to about what you're feeling. That is the first step in taking that mental leap. And just understand this. You may have to speak to someone professionally. You may have to speak to someone other than family or friends, because they may not fully get it. Or guess what? They may be on a mental edge themselves. So they may not be in a space where they can help you. But don't take it personal. Just keep pushing forward to speaking to someone that can help you. Last but not least, when you're at a place where you need to take a mental health leap, just know this. Sometimes it's just talking to someone professionally, and other times it may be that you have to take some sort of medication or natural remedy to just help you get back in balance, so that you are clearly able to take those mental health leaps. As we wind down, I just want to say this. We are all in this together, differently but together. A mental health crisis is occurring at an alarming rate right here and right now. There are people that are getting stuck in mental highs, mental lows, and mental shutdowns, and just not aware of what to do to take that mental leap. Seek help. Talk to someone. Get connected. And once you get connected, take the necessary mental health leap. On the Love Drop podcast, we had a special guest, Dr. LaShonda P. Massey, who spoke about mental health crisis in a time of pandemic. That is an awesome episode to listen to. So if you're at the ledge of a mental health crisis and you need to get connected, you're not sure how to get connected, check out that episode. Start there. Leap and don't get stuck in a mental health crisis. Until next time, one love.
Inspire others with the stories you
Really
express.
ready.
Look
Are
at
you ready?
you're
Take it with you. You'll open it up. There'll be something there for you, I promise. Wonderful people. And I know she's a part-time angel.